Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel. I'm back with another Upland video, and today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming vote for the new economic proposal from Upland and tell you why I'm voting how I am. Now, love the likes, love the shares, love the comments, keep those coming. I have some exciting stuff going on in my real estate world as well. So I'll be showing the inside, a complete YouTube video of the inside of a flip that we've been trying to get into for a month now, had a post-occupancy agreement, and a whole lot of stuff there. So my YouTube channel for my real investments is investormore.com. If you want to check that out. Had a crazy eviction this week. A lot of crazy stuff has been going on. But the vote in Upland is what we're talking about now. So Upland had proposed this vote, I don't know, a while ago, and I'm, kind of known for our lazy nodes. I'm not in Upland all the time, 100% watching, reading everything. I treat it as kind of a fun little, side thing. So I'm not here to give you the exact proposal and pros and cons of every single thing in this because I simply don't know. I'm just going to give you my opinion based on my feelings and experience so far in Upland. But basically, the polls are now open. You can now vote, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. At least I hope I can figure out how to do it. I haven't voted yet, but I'm planning to on this video. And so it goes through November 10th, which was yesterday, through November 15th, which I think is next Tuesday, because I might have another eviction. But so we're giving away 300 I voted block explorers, vote details, yada, 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 summary, potential outcomes. This proposal focuses on a new funding method for the Upland pool that improves upon the original plan outlined in the white paper. After years of studying Upland's economics and ecosystem, this proposal from co-founders Dirk Lewith and Eden Zuckerman, hopefully I got their names right, I should probably know those, is designed to balance how UPX or UPX flows from player to community pool to Upland pool while maximizing the current UPX supply. It's crucial to keep in mind that community pool is not UPX owned by players, as is not UPX in players' wallets. The UPX in the community pool is managed by Upland LLC and is currently designated for in-game activities and rewards. It's real tricky trying to figure out exactly what they're saying. But basically they have community pool to the Upland pool. And so the community pool is kind of where... let's see here. If community voting results in a no for blah blah, the Upland team will mint new UPX to the Upland pools defined by the formulas below as originally described in the white paper. So right now, the Upland pool is kind of where all the Upland developers and people get their money from, is how I see it, right? People buy UPX, they pay dollars for it, and that is from the Upland pool. They mint new UPX as people buy it. That's how new UPX is introduced to the game. The community pool is where all the money from selling fees, traveling, I believe, all kinds of the other stuff you pay for, not visiting, that goes to the players, but all the stuff that happens within the game kind of goes to the community pool. And then that money is paid out for contests, rewards, rent, all of that. So you have two separate things, a pool to buy UPX and then a community pool. So I still don't understand why they want to change this. That's one big reason for how I'm going to vote. That gives you a hint. And I might say in the title too. But so here they're showing UPX monthly allocations, community pool to Upland pool. How much, if we take average values, would be allocated to the Upland pool. So I think this is how much the Upland pool has been getting so far. And they're saying this would all be transferred to the community pool, and then they would only create UPX as needed. They want to just keep creating more of it. And so they basically want to shrink the money supply of UPX. And I talked about this in the video before. So I don't know the reason they want to shrink the money supply. If you shrink the money supply, it means people have less of it, right? There's less money, which means they have less money to spend, which means property values usually go down, right? That's like the real world. That's usually how supply and demand works. If there's less demand, prices go down. And I feel like they're worried about prices going down, which seems odd that you would shrink the money supply if that's your concern. You'd want to increase the money supply if you want prices to keep going up. more people to be able to buy, have fun, whatever. So again, like if I was 100% into this, I'd watch every video and do everything. I just don't have time to do all that. And so I don't understand the point of doing this. And I don't always understand their explanations for why it needs to be done. They've said for it to be totally independent in the future, and I can't even remember the term they use. That shows you how up on this is. But they want it to be, self-contained and be able to work on itself without having Upland developers and different people working on it. I don't know how that could ever happen with Upland, right? You're always having new city releases. That's part of the fun of it. There's different things going on, contests. Like, I don't see how it can run itself unless people within Upland themselves are the ones doing all that stuff. And then they probably want to be compensated for doing all that as well. I don't think Upland is ever something that can be running 100% automatically without outside people building cities, doing different things, having strategies, marketing it, right? Like Upland's paying for advertising on Facebook and social media all the time. I see it all the time to try and get new people into it. So I don't understand how it could ever even be totally dependent from outside help and developers doing those things unless at some point you have all the cities you want, it's running how you want, and you just leave it the same. And then I feel like it's going to lose a whole lot of its excitement and fun and reason for playing if you do that. Like you just holding properties, flipping stuff once in a while. Maybe we have some lazy node contests. But the new cities, I think, are really what drive new people, drive fun, and drive the excitement. So for those reasons, I'm going to vote no. And I know I'm not going into huge technical analysis on this, but there's a couple things. One, I don't see the point of having an all-in-one pool. It seems like you're kind of commingling funds a little bit, which never seems to work good in real life, especially in the real estate world. And we have very strict laws against that. Actually, the most separate accounts you can have, usually the better. I don't see how it's going to help anything. I don't really understand how it's going to, help the economics in a good way. I'd probably see it helping things in a bad way. And then I don't think Upland is like in a horrible place right now either. It needs a major change. Like I don't think there's a reason to change just to change when things seem to be going fairly well. Sure, we all wish prices were higher and everything was amazing and everything sold out right away. At least some of us do, but I mean, you go through ups and downs, but I don't think it's in a dire situation where it's going to, die. So I don't see the reason to change for that. And I don't, understand fully their proposal and how it's going to work and how they're deciding how much OPEX to mint and that side of it either. So the other thing, and this is mentioned in our Discord, our Lazy Node Discord, which you can join below if you want to. There's a link down there. Is some people on the Discord channel are saying, hey, I'm voting no, but not just because of this proposal that I don't like, but because I don't like the way the Upland developers are handling things. And my no is to signal to them that you guys need to do better and handle things better. And I kind of like that idea too, because we see it all the time when they have press releases, they have different things, like there's mistakes, there's wrong dates, there's like, it's not like I feel like they're not taking their time or putting as much effort into it as they really should be. And then the city releases have just been all over the place, right? When I first joined, I've been playing about a year. It seemed like it's real scheduled. You knew when a city release was going to be happening. They put a lot of effort, a lot of time. It's kind of one release. And then lately it's just been a hodgepodge of, oh, let's release this city. Oh, 2 weeks later we're going to release this city. Oh, let's release more of that city. Oh, let's release. And there doesn't seem to be any strategy, any structure around it. It's just like random. Just like the fourth Rio release is happening now, or I think it's the fourth, right? Or third. And that just seems real weird. And we know stuff is going on in Qatar with things being minted for a certain player. Like, there's a lot of different stuff going on. So I think a vote for no could also signal to Upland developers, hey, we don't really like the way you're doing things right now. Maybe get it together, have more structure, more strategy, and go from there. Because I think so much is being focused on the legits, NFL, soccer. I don't care about those. I think a lot of people don't care about those. I love the NFL. I'm a huge NFL fan. I don't care about legits. I actually bought some on accident because I was trying to register for a sale, and those were like, I wasn't paying attention. I clicked buy on some legits, and that's the only reason I bought them. Like, oh God, I just wasted 50,000 UPEX. But maybe there were something, I don't know. So that's why I'm voting no. I know it's not like clear, really substantiated argument, but coming from the lazy node, that's what you get. And I'm not trying to say everybody should vote no or that this thing is horrible. I think if it did pass, I don't think it would destroy the game either. I don't think it's going to like wreck Upland. But just for the reasons I listed, I don't see the need for this pretty big change. And also, I think Upland needs to do a little better job on the other side of it before they make a big change like this. All right, so how do we vote on this? There wasn't any instructions or anything, but I did go to my profile and I see right here there's a little voting thing. So like I said, I haven't voted yet. And it goes through different instructions and things. And then I click on this and there. Oh, you can abstain too. So there we go. I just voted. Oh, the other thing that's interesting too is they said it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to see the vote or how it's going, which seems like it'd be real easy. They have those other leaderboards for Thrifty Trader, everything else going on, to just list how the vote's going, and we could all see how it's doing, or at least show us the numbers at the end. But it sounded like they weren't even going to show us what the numbers were, if I read that correctly. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's another thing that's like kind of a red flag to me. Like, why aren't you telling us, the numbers? But again, we'll see how all that goes. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more contests. I'll have another video on the new Rio release coming up. At least there's some collections in this one, unlike the last one. And of course, some other advice, strategy, different videos on Upland as well. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.